So, Tal Novarro, welcome, my darling. And we are so excited to be able to share not only your story, but a lot of wisdom, a lot of knowledge. So, let's get started. My very first question for you, my darling, is what exactly means for you to start? And when you are about to start, how big you have that vision in your mind? And if it is big, how do you manage that vision if it makes you feel scared? Because as we usually say, if it doesn't scare you, it's not big enough. So what is your perspective?
First of all, hi everyone. So excited to be here. Very, very, very excited to get to know and see faces, behind the round little pictures on Clubhouse or in different places. Just so happy to get to know new ladies, empowered ladies. And thank you so much, Mirela, for having me here. I'm very, very excited to take part of this conversation today. So you are asking about how to take that first step and how to really overcome your fears when it comes to start something new. And I think, for many, many years, my journey started at 2003. It was, it started a little bit before, because even at the army, I was at the army, in the Israeli army, when I was 18 years old. And as I joined, I went through a very hard course and I became a lieutenant after a few months. And I was a lieutenant for 3 years in the Israeli Defense Force. And one of the most important things that I've learned on that part of my life is, how do you really face the fear? Because facing a fear, it is something that a lot of times stops us from taking steps. It's something that creates in us kind of an obstacle to take the next step. So what I did a lot of times to really deal with the fears, I just jumped into them. So you have to really understand that if you don't try and you're not jumping into that fear, into that something that stops you, you're never gonna do that first step of yours. So I started this, and when I was 18, my team were like elder people, and people that I was training were soldiers that came to fight in the war or to work with communication tools during the war, etc. And I was actually having a team that were teaching them how to use the communication tool and the rifle, etc. On 2003, I finished my army and I left New York, and I was 21 years old. And I decided I'm jumping into my next challenge, and that was building my first ever company. I really wanted to have a company, and I had no idea what I wanted to do. So I went on the plumbing and constructions company. God knows why I chose it. What's to me and to plumbing and constructions? But I said, what?
Tal, is it a kind of a tendency? So you were in the military, very, showing your courage to enter that world that it looks like more for men. And then, boom, another experience, which is your very first experience on a male-dominated field. So, but in the other side, it's so obvious, your feminine energy, your charm, your elegance is so feminine. So how do you explain this?
I think that was part of the magic. When you are creating your environment, when you are, I'm always surrounded by male-dominated, areas, and I'm always doing things that, also plumbing and constructions, it's not much of a feminine thing,
That's why I'm asking. Yes.
Yeah, and also being in the army, as a lieutenant, I was always surrounded by men. I was also the boss of some men. I was a lieutenant for men soldier, and I think that what built my confidence, and just facing that fear and seeing in front of me what is so different from me. But I've always been opened up, and I always understood that if I'm not gonna show up for myself, no one will. And I've learned it on my skin, because a lot of times, I started as an 18-year-old kid, and going to the army, and I had all these guys telling me to do this, to do that. And at the beginning, I was a little bit afraid. I said, okay, I should do what they say because they probably know better than me. But with time and with experience, I realized that that's not true, that I know not less good than others. And the more I had experience, and the more I was growing inside the army, and the more I had, the more trainings we did, the more wars, unfortunately, in Israel, it's very popular, I went through, the more trainings I did, the more I had experience and the more confidence I built. And that was the basics for all the confidence I had later on with my life as well, which also was built with time, because I had a lot of experiences with businesses in my life. So every failure or everything that I have been facing has built who I am today, and has been part of who I am today. And I'm very grateful for every moment that I was maybe afraid, or every moment that I failed. I don't even call it failing, because it's all lessons. But at the end of the day, when you believe in yourself, when you are standing on your own, and no one else will, so you should, that's when you really build your confidence. And even if you mistake sometimes, that's okay. That's okay. That's even great. You want to make sure that you make mistakes, so you will have things to learn from. And you want to make.
That's a very, very good point, because doing mistakes, it's the best way for us to learn. But from some cultures, we have inherited this kind of tendency that you can't make mistakes, because if you make mistakes, they're going to judge you, you're going to be a failure, it's going to cost you a lot, and it's going to be really hard for you to recover. And some cultures, they simply don't accept mistakes, especially I know coming from Israeli culture, doesn't encourage people to make mistakes. How did you learn to turn these mistakes into success and to deal with them?
I think that I'm not going by cultures. I'm going by my guts. I'm going by what my inner self think is true. And also I believe that I am lucky, because yes, a lot of cultures have different ways of behaviors. I know some cultures are, how do you say, making the women small, some cultures are not supporting women. You will never see a lieutenant in the army that is a lady. You will never see a business owner that is a lady in a lot of cultures. So first of all, I'm lucky to be born in a culture that I am able to do what my heart enables me. And I wish the rest of the world was like that, but unfortunately it's not. But also, being a woman in such a male-dominated world is making you be as not less strong than anyone else, like not less strong than the men around you. Because the more you surround yourself with strong people, the more you become stronger. And the more you're facing challenges, the more you become stronger. So I believe that when, jumping into a success, it's not happening in one day. Having successes, it's something that has been built after many failures. If you haven't been failing, you're not going to succeed, because you first need to learn on your skin things, and then you will, and it's okay. You can today consult and have coaches and mentors, people who already been through some things, but it's always going to be a few failures on the way. You can reduce them, but you will have, and take it as a blessing and not as a something bad that happened to you. So.
Well, you're reminding me now some famous philosophies that Jim Rohn shares, like he encourages people for moving out there and experimenting and exploring and allowing them to make mistakes. Like he says something powerful, which I really love to share. Say, don't ask for less challenges, ask for more skills. Don't ask for less problems, ask for more wisdom. Don't ask for less struggles, ask for more knowledge. And what you have been sharing so far is like, you are open, you are ready for that. You are hungry to learn, to get more knowledge, to get more wisdom, to get more experience. And as a result of that, you could be prepared for enjoying the journey and be there to learn more by these mistakes. So how do some people manage to upgrade themselves and put themselves out there and up-level themselves in an easy way? But some people get stuck for quite a long time and they wait for something to happen. They wait for the change to be intervened by a kind of external factor. But in fact, it has to come from the inside. Tell us your philosophy.
Well, first of all, you just answered the question that you asked, because when you are sitting and waiting for something to happen, then that's not really going to happen, because nothing's going to happen by itself. You have to take action. You have to take massive action if you really want something to happen. So if you want to achieve anything, you have to visualize it. What I do, I'll tell you what I do. For many, many years, it's not even visualize. I didn't even try to visualize. I just naturally saw myself in the shoes that I am today. So for many years ago, even before I had, all the money and the company and my husband and my baby, my previous lives that I had, I've always knew where I want to be. I've always had the vision. I've always seen myself living in that exactly dream house that I had. I knew I'm going to be there. It was not even a conversation. It was not even something that, and I didn't have the money at the time when I was young. I didn't come from a wealthy home. My parents are not business people. They're amazing, but I didn't learn from them about business. And everything I've learned was with two hands, but because I wanted it so much, I took a lot of actions. And also after I failed, I got up on my knees. I got up from my knees. I got up on my legs. I cleaned the dust from the knees and I moved forward and I moved to my next destination. So taking action, that's the answer for everything. And a lot of people are afraid. They think, oh, other people already done that. Maybe someone's not gonna like me. Maybe someone else is already doing this. No, there's only one like you. Only one, seriously. There's no other Tal in the planet. There's no other. There's no
not
other
like you.
Mirela.
There are other Tals, but not like you.
Yeah, there's no other Tal like me.
Yeah.
There's no Tal Novarro. First of all, I never seen Tal Novarro, period, anywhere.
Now, Tal Novarro, tell us how did you manage to restart over and over again? And now you have ended up becoming one of the top experts in digital marketing, which is really a sought after industry, especially at this time where the whole world is going digital. It's so important for all of us to learn more. How does this work? So how did you end up in this industry and also positioning yourself as a top expert in this field?
Well, first of all, it's consistency. I've started my journey and I started to write and create content online in 2006. Consistency, it's the key, and creating content and putting yourself out there, it's another key. So I have always shared my stories online. I've always shared my journey. I have people who know me since 2006. They still know me today. They have been through all my journey. They know me since I'm a kid, since I'm a kite surfer in the Caribbean island. And now they know my husband and they know my child. And I even see some faces that are familiar to me for 10 years now that are been liking and commenting on my Facebook, they moved from Facebook to Instagram, from Instagram to Clubhouse. And I see them I know them since, I'm telling you, 2007 or 2008.
So it's not such thing, bringing followers overnight.
No, it's a process of growth. But there are a lot of tools that have been, we work in my company. We have a lot of tools that know how to create engagement. They know how to bring followers. They know how to grow everything much faster than I wish I had them before. But we developed a lot of methodologies in my company that know how to grow your accounts and have exposure on LinkedIn as well, on Twitter, on TikTok. We know how to bring massive exposure. So there are a lot of tools out there that you are able to grow with them. But yes, to build a brand, it takes strategy. It takes thinking behind it. It's just not just uploading a post and thinking, oh, tomorrow I'm going to have a lot of new followers. But there's a whole strategy behind it that you need to know. And actually, we're going to talk a little bit about Instagram strategy for growth.
When it comes to social media, you want to make sure that you create consistency, but also you get the help, you get the support that you need because you can't do this alone, especially if you are exploring an area or an industry that you are not very familiar, you're not very comfortable. And to be honest, I have realized many women, they really struggle to get the first step, just to start. And social media is that kind of magic. All it takes you to get the first step. Because once you break that fear, once you break that uncertainty, once you break that isolation, that like frozen, oh, I can't do that. I have seen so many ladies coming into my Global Woman Club meetings and thinking, oh, no, don't. I said, bring me the camera here right now. Get the phone. And I said, okay, let's do it together. Open your Facebook and we're going to press the button right now, live. And I could see the reaction of these ladies. Oh no, what is going to happen now? So Tal, why is this psychologically? Why is this kind of blockage for some people to just press the starting button and then they never stop again?
I think it's a lot comes with confidence. It comes a lot with, people think about what other people are thinking about them. How do I look? How do I sound? And I can tell you that I had a struggle with this for a long time as well. My English is not perfect.
Oh, we all have been there.
Yeah, absolutely. And jumping in front of a camera and starting to speak in English for me was, oh my God, on Clubhouse to jump on a stage and speak with someone, I will never do that because my English is not good. Everyone's going to mock me for my accent, for lacking in some words, for not knowing everything in English. So, everyone has her own reasons to be afraid of that first step, but most of them,
and it's also that fear of not being good enough.
It's all together. It's being fear of what people will think. Maybe I'm not good enough, and maybe other people will think I'm not good enough, and they will see it, and then I will not be able to. They will hate me, or they will not like my post, or will not get enough, attention. So it's all together comes to really confidence issues. And I think when someone will really jump in front of a camera and make that first step, he will see how easier it's going to be for him for her after that. So we need to take that first step. You know what? Just put a good light. I'm telling you, I have here some lights. You see this? See these things?
Yes.
These are just lights. That makes my face white and pretty. That's because the light, there's no makeup, there's no nothing. It's all in matter of light. So just put the light straight on your face. I'm telling you, your life is gonna change. You're gonna look, because with no light, you will see all my freckles, all my.
Okay, how about this? A light and a filter.
No need in a filter.
There is a trick also in the Zoom platform. You still can put like an option, background, filter, makeup. If you feel, for me, the magic is lipstick. Just take a lipstick with you everywhere you go. Keep a lipstick in your bag. Once you have lipstick, every picture is going to look amazing. So every woman has her own magic. But I agree with you, the light is the magic itself. Absolutely.
It's all about the light and the lipstick. Those two things are crucial. I agree.
Yes, absolutely.
And you're all beautiful girls. I see all the pictures here and the ladies here. You are all beautiful and all fit in front of a camera. So.
Now I have one more question for you, which is a little bit more tricky and personal because I know it's how do I say it? When you also realize that the woman that you're speaking that has achieved a lot, an amazing career, very confident, great success, and is also so beautiful. So tell us how being beautiful has helped you or stopped you at some certain part of your journey. Because sometimes being beautiful, yes, it can open many doors, but sometimes also can be a challenge. So tell us your experience.
Well, first of all, I don't consider myself.
I was expecting beautiful. This answer. I was about to say, first of all, do you accept that you are a beautiful woman? So that's the answer. Why some beautiful women, they simply don't accept it? Yes, I am beautiful.
I feel like we're all beautiful. I'm not something different. Every one of us in here, there are 33 ladies. They're all really, really beautiful ladies. Really. I don't see any lady as not beautiful. I can't find even one. I'm telling you, I love I love but I'm a human lover. I'm a human being lover. And I believe that beauty comes from inside. And I believe that also outside, we are all just beautiful. There's so many shapes to beauty, so many colors to beauty, so many languages to beauty. You know, it's just touching my heart talking about it. But I just love really watching women from all diversity of
Now,
languages.
tell me the truth. Have you ever felt judged because you're so beautiful?
I'm okay. First of all, yes, I've felt judged a lot of times. Beauty is not something that always comes to for you. It's a lot of time against you. You know, being jealous by other people, or you know, I didn't accept to different places, or I even had a bully. I remember in high school. And all the girls in class were against me. So that will forever. I'll remember those days that I've been bullied in school. And you know what? I don't know if it's from the beauty. I believe it's because I had always a long blonde hair, and I was the teacher's favorite, you know, student. And I did all homework, and I was a good kid, quiet, you know, just did my thing. And so I believe that the moment I understand that whatever happens with whatever someone think of or doing something with me, it's because of them and not me, then I'm okay. I always remind myself that if I'm not getting accepted to somewhere, or someone is not calling me back, or you know, someone is not taking me into their group, it could be upsetting. But I always remind myself that there's probably a reason for that, and the reason is not my fault. So I always bring the fault to someone else. In my brain, at least, it works and it helps. I did whatever I could to really fit in, or to really be part of something. If that's not going to work, that's okay. No big deal. That's their thing. And I'm going to move forward with my life. But that's the only way I deal with things. And it happens. I have a lot of things, or a lot of groups I wanted to join, or conversations, or sometimes I'm even, you know, I'm sitting on 1,000 people rooms on Clubhouse, and there are many moderators, and I'm somewhere on the top, and then suddenly someone moves me down, and I can imagine who it is, you know, but I'm like, okay, and I'm not taking it hard. I'm coming back, and that's okay, because this is the way life works. People are shining. The more you shine, the more you succeed, the more you grow, the more people will be upset. Why it didn't happen to them? Why is it her? Why is she and not me, you know? So people will less and less like you, and that's okay. That's okay. I don't have to be likable on everyone.
So Tal, are you saying that sometimes visibility and exposure comes with some risk? Because the more you shine, the more you put yourself out there, exposed for people probably to little attacking you for who you are not yet. So, or probably, you know, sometimes people just don't resonate with you, and that's okay. As you're saying, there's no right and wrong. We, as adults, we know that we are not here to be liked by everybody in the world, because there is a place for everybody. So what is your philosophy when it comes to put yourself out there and give yourself the permission to be seen, to be visible? So what is the risk of that? And do you think because of that risk, many people decide to stay hidden and not put themselves in the map?
I think that at the end of the day, there is a phrase that I love, and it says, the lioness, the wife of the lion, right? It's the lioness, I think. Mm-hmm. The lioness doesn't care what the street cats are talking about her. Like it doesn't matter what other people are thinking. For me, at least, I go with my stomach. I do what my heart tells me to do. I don't look around. I don't care how many people have, how many followers they have, what kind of engagement they get. You know, I'm not looking around to see what others are doing. I'm very laser focused on me, on my achievements, on my growth, because, you know, it's like a swimmer. When a swimmer in the competition will swim, but even if he will look to the sides to check who's next to him, he's going to lose time. He's going to lose because he's going to waste the time looking around him instead of focusing on swimming and reach his goal. So it's the same in life. When you are swimming and you are going to a specific direction, stay focused on it. Don't care about other people. Don't care. Who cares how many people have how many followers other people have, how many articles other people have, how much success they have. It's their thing. Everyone has his own journey and his own level of success. And you're going to have yours only if you're focused on what you're doing and not looking around. So I have no problem to share whatever I want. I don't care about what people think, if it's right, if it's not right. You know, I care only about the people I love, and I care only about, you know, what I feel after that. And of course, as long as I'm not sharing anything that hurts anyone else, then that's all good, you know. So
wow, that's absolutely powerful. And you're reminding me my favorite quote that says, don't feel inferior with others, don't feel superior with them, just feel tiny little bit better than you were yesterday. And we compare ourselves with the old self. And if our new self is feeling better, is feeling more confident, we have improved from yesterday, that is what we need to stand for. So thank you so much, Tal Novarro. You are amazing. You are such an inspirational. I'm so excited that you managed to find the time and be able to come and share this amazing journey with us. And thank you so much.